5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Cricket is a sport with a rich history and a significant global presence. It is one of the oldest and most beloved team sports in the world, captivating millions of people across various continents. Originating in England in the 16th century, cricket has evolved into a global phenomenon, particularly in countries such as India, Pakistan, Australia, South Africa, England, Sri Lanka, and the West Indies. Played on a grassy field, cricket combines skill, strategy, and endurance in ways few other sports do. The sport's diverse formats, intense rivalries, and rich traditions make it a captivating and dynamic game. Cricket's origins trace back to the 16th century, with its first recorded mention in England. It evolved from various bat and ball games played in the country, but by the early 17th century, it had become firmly established. Early cricket was quite different from what we see today, with rudimentary rules and less formalized structure. Over time, the game began to adopt more structured formats and rules. By the 18th century, cricket became a national pastime in England, with county teams competing against each other. The formation of the Marylebone Cricket Club in 1787 in London helped standardize the rules, and this led to the game's eventual spread around the world, particularly with the advent of the British Empire. By the 19th century, cricket had made its way to many parts of the world through British colonization. It was introduced to countries such as India, Australia, South Africa, and the Caribbean, where it found enthusiastic followers and soon became a major part of the sporting culture. The first official international match was played between Canada and the United States in 1844, but it was the Ashes series between England and Australia that truly established the global stature of cricket. These series, which began in 1882, still remain one of the most iconic rivalries in the sport today. Cricket is a team sport played between two teams of 11 players each, on a large oval-shaped field. At the center of the field lies a 22-yard pitch, where most of the action takes place. One team bats while the other bowls and fields. The primary objective of the game is to score more runs than the opposing team, while also attempting to dismiss the opposing batsman. In cricket, the bowler delivers the ball to the batsman, who attempts to hit the ball and score runs. Runs are scored in various ways, by hitting the ball to the boundary, hitting the ball over the boundary on the full, or running between the wickets to accumulate singles, twos, or threes. When a batsman is dismissed, another player takes their place, and the batting team continues until all the players are out, or they reach a designated number of overs. An over consists of 6 balls bowled by one player, after which another player takes over as the bowler. The fielding team consists of 11 players, including a wicket-keeper who stands behind the batsman to catch any balls they miss or to stump them out. The fielders are spread across the field, and their role is to prevent the batsmen from scoring runs or to dismiss them. There are three primary methods of dismissal in cricket: bowled, caught, and run out. There are additional ways to dismiss a batsman, such as leg before wicket stumped or hit wicket. One of the key aspects of cricket is its variety of formats, each catering to different preferences of players and fans. The three most popular formats of the game are Test cricket, One-Day Internationals, and 2020 cricket. Test cricket is the longest and oldest format of the game, played over 5 days. Each team has 2 innings, and the game is often considered the pinnacle of cricket. Test cricket demands patience, resilience, and tactical acumen. It is played at a slower pace, with the batting team aiming to set a large total over the course of their 2 innings, while the bowling team tries to take as many wickets as possible to dismiss them. Because of the extended nature of the format, Test matches can produce dramatic shifts in momentum, and matches often end in a draw. One-day internationals are played over a set number of overs, typically 50 per side. This format brings an element of urgency to the game, with both teams needing to score quickly while also managing their resources. ODI matches often last between 7 and 8 hours, and the shorter format has made it more accessible to casual fans who might find the 5-day test matches too lengthy. The World Cup, held every 4 years, is the premier international tournament for ODIs and is one of the biggest sporting events globally. 2020 cricket is the shortest and most fast-paced format of the game, with each team playing a maximum of 20 overs. The game typically lasts around 3 hours, making it ideal for viewers with limited time. T20 cricket has been a significant factor in the recent explosion of cricket's popularity, particularly in countries like India, where the Indian Premier League has become one of the richest and most widely watched cricket leagues in the world. The format encourages aggressive batting, with batsmen looking to hit boundaries and sixes, leading to high-scoring matches and often thrilling finishes. Cricket is one of the most watched and followed sports globally. Its following is especially strong in countries like India, Pakistan, Australia, South Africa, England, Sri Lanka, the West Indies, and New Zealand. The sport's rise to global prominence is also reflected in the growing number of countries participating in international competitions, with even non-traditional cricketing nations like Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, and Bangladesh becoming increasingly competitive. India, in particular, has an insatiable passion for cricket. It is often said that cricket is more of a religion in India than a sport. The Indian Premier League has revolutionized the game, attracting top international players and significantly boosting the financial standing of players and teams alike. It is a sport that unites people from different backgrounds. Stop.